Hello everyone, how are you doing? The name is Isaac Yam and you're watching Interactive TV. And right now I am enjoying my Duru on set and I'm about to... this is really nice, this is really... This is really nice, this is really nice. Okay, I'm about to unravel something that's really interesting, which is not really this is really amazing. But let's check out what I'm about to unravel. So, one of the things that we love to do as Interactive TV is to uncover curiosity. What we love to call a point beyond exclusive covering. Over the years, the island called North Cyprus has been taking great steps in developing its infrastructure. And what took us by surprise was their latest effort towards the transport sector. And this draws us to explain our findings of what they call the Nicosia bike sharing system. Who knew we could ride bikes in the 21st century? Who knew? So that is exactly what we're going to find out today. So as I was saying, 21st century bicycles, who really fuss about riding bicycles, but who knew that they could turn around this mode of transport to become something really good. The thing about North Cyprus is that they have a really decent population, which is recently having an influx of university students. So it has made them look deeper into how the transport sector is all about. And I think this bicycle system is going to take a really good movement when it comes to traffic and so forth. And one of the things that I've noticed on their bicycle is they have major sponsors like Velespeed, which is a telecommunication company that we're going to figure out what they really do. And one of the interesting things that I uncovered as well is I had to sit down with the founder of this idea, Velespeed, Mr. Jeren Ahmed Jose. So we're going to chat with him and he's going to tell us more about what this project is all about and so forth. And as well, I'm going to show you how to ride the bike, how to access the service of the bike, and also a test run of how the bicycle feels like as well. And as I'm going right now, I'm going to Velespeed, Vodafone, to just check out what Velespeed is all about, because I've seen the major sponsors of this initiative as well. So let's go. I'm gonna just slip into a Velespeed shop just to check them out, since they are one of the major sponsors of this idea. And this biking system has everybody wanting to use it, and it's remarkable, to be honest. It's really remarkable. So as I'm looking forward right now, I can see a Vodafone shop right there. And Vodafone is a telecommunications company, which is one of the best companies in Northern Cyprus, and they're really doing big, and they have so many subscribers. I think roughly 2 million subscribers. So let me just visit the Velespeed for a bit. Hello, what's going on? The name is Isaac Yami and you are watching Interactive TV. And today we're going to talk about what's trending on the island TRNC, which is about bicycles. And to help us discuss all about this is the man behind this idea, Velespeed. So they're going to tell us basically what this is all about, and hope you enjoy. So, sir, how are you doing?
I'm fine, how are you?
I'm great, sir. So, just a couple of questions. I'm a very curious person, and Interactive TV is a really curious media house. So we want to talk about what this project is all about and tell us a lot about it. So, who is Velespeed?
Sure. And last year in 2017, um, a municipality has opened up the tender about this bicycle sharing program, which enabled a municipality rent out to the winner of this tender to put stations of bicycle sharing into 36 different points inside Nicosia municipality area. Two companies have joined the tender, and we won the tender.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you. By 21%. So we're sharing our total turnover to Nicosia municipality to 21% to 79%, which is actually a developer company, Yapım İnşaat, in Nicosia. So it took us 8 months to set up the system, but we're almost 30-year-old company in construction area, where we build apartments and villas all around the island, not only in Nicosia but in Kyrenia, Famagusta, and Güzelyurt, and we have 30 different architects and engineers operating in this company in 27 different projects. And we're very proud to employ and invest back into the island on a different sector than construction.
That's a very good idea. And I wanted to know exactly what the initiative is called, and does it have a name? And because we've been seeing bicycles, does it have a name, this project as well?
Yeah, of course. The name is Velespeed Lefkoşa.
Okay.
Velespeed is an old word for bicycle in local language, but we changed a little bit to the bit to speed, so that we promote. We wanted to give out the message that that you can travel faster and healthier with bicycles rather than cars or walking.
Okay. So does the project have a name? Like, if I got it right, I saw a name written, the Nicosia bike sharing. Can you
Yeah.
elaborate on that one?
Yeah, Nicosia bike sharing program.
Okay.
You, as explaining, elaborating on the bike sharing, what is the bike sharing system? Is that there is 410 bikes in 43 points now. We added Lemars supermarkets, and we added the 36 municipality and nearest university in our operations areas, and rise it to 43 stations in and 410 bikes. And people are going to share these bikes whenever they need them, and it's going to be operatable 24/7. So even if in 3 a.m. you will be able to take out a bike and return to your dormitory or wherever you live.
Okay. I know that practically later on we were gonna actually demonstrate how you can do it and all. But I wanted to know what is the pricing like, and yes, what does one require for them? Do you take cash? How does it work for me to acquire a bicycle?
Sure. There is 3 ways to buy the products or services. You can either go into our website velespeed.net, and
You got that website, right?
yeah, velespeed.net, and you can click on the English or Turkish and French, and Russian is going to come in within this month, and you can just follow the steps to become a member yearly with insurance. There is 2 products that you can buy from internet. The easiest way is to download the Cycle Finder app, which you can find in the Apple application store or Google Play Store, and you can download the application, and you can buy the half an hour ride. You can buy the 100-minute or 300-minute prepaid rides, or you can buy a day pass, which is about 24 hours access to the bikes. And respectively, and a half an hour ride is about 8.9 Turkish liras. 100 a minute, a Vodafone 100 minute is 17.99, and 300 minutes is 44.90, and a day pass is 19.90. Or else you can if you use it more frequently, you can become a yearly member for 339, which is less than a lira per day actually, and you can use whenever you like, however you like. But the main idea of sharing a bicycle is that you go from one place to another, and you rent the bike, ride it, and you lock it down to the nearest station of your business. So if you want to go from Hamidköy, you take a bike from any of the 3 or 4 stations there, and then you ride down to Dereboy, let's say, and you lock down in one of the 3 stations in Dereboy Avenue, and you go to Pascucci or Gloria Jeans, and you have a coffee, and then when you're done, you go back, you take another bike, and return.
Okay. So, who was your target market when you were thinking about this idea? Who were you targeting? Is it really for the youth or the older age and so forth? Can you tell us about who you were thinking in mind when you came up with this idea as well?
Of course, it's not actually my idea; it's a municipality's idea. But the target market is definitely university students, actually, because there's no, as you know, in Nicosia or in any other city, there's no trains, there's no undergrounds or bus system. It's a rigid bus system in the city. So this is going to be the first transit system of Nicosia that is also. That is also going to be environmental friendly. And as you know, in Nicosia, there is no hills, and the land is very straight, and you can ride without going up the slope, down the slope, not very much. So so it's a perfect city to start in the Cyprus, this kind of system, and and there is not much snow or rain within the year. So it's going to be at least 90-95% of the year it will be available to be able to travel with this system.
Okay. And how many stations do you have so far at the moment?
We're currently setting up the 30th, but by the end of this week we will complete the 41th, and the 2 station is going to be waiting for the permissions of the other authorities. So we will complete 41 stations by the end of this week. So it will be all operative.
Okay. Just remind us where the stations are. You mentioned, of course, where else?
Within the city limits of Nicosia, starting from the walled city, there's 4 or 5 stations there, and in Kaymakli, in Yenişehir, and in Ortaköy, and in hospital areas, and Hamiköy, and now in nearest university. We didn't do any deals. We didn't do any deals with Gonyeli yet, but we will go to negotiate within this year. And next year we're gonna be in Famagusta and in ODTÜ too, Middle East Technical University in Güzelyurt. They especially invited us for setting up this system, actually.
Okay. I'm quite honored that us as Lefkosia, we're exclusively having this system first people who are having it. And I wanted to know, what's the difference of me just buying my own bike, and what's the uniqueness of me yielding to this service than me just buying my bike? What's the advantage, and yeah, why should I?
Sure. A decent bike in Cyprus costs you about 500 to 700 euros, actually. and that's a lot of money in Turkish liras. That's at least 3,000 Turkish liras, which you will use in 4 years. Compared to our price of 339, that's 10 years price actually. So the price wise, it's much affordable. The secondly, if you buy a bike, if you're a campus resident and if you buy a bike, you don't have a place to store the bicycle. You have to carry it out to second or third floor, which is impossible, or you have to lock it down, which you will be responsible for the security of your own bike. But if you use a bike sharing system, you can just choose your bike and lock it down. When you lock it down, your responsibility ends in the station. Whenever there is a vandalism or any theft, you won't be able to be responsible. And also there is also maintenance issues. In your own bike, you have to keep up the maintenance for yourself. Many of the cases, you have a flat tire or your bike needs service, and just when you need to use the bike, it will be all unavailable most of the times. We Cypriots experience that a lot actually. But in the bike share, we keep the services of each bike, and it's perfectly maintained. In any case, if there is any problem, the system alerts us that the bike is faulty, and we go and fix them within a day. And you have another 409 bikes that you can use. So it's many options. You won't be let down with our system actually.
Okay, that's really interesting. I wasn't even thinking in that line. And just drawing back to what you said you have a system that records that if a bike is faulty and so forth. So does that mean that you also have an app that shows where the closest bike is and so forth? Can you explain about that that app as well?
The cycle finder shows all the stations by coordinates in the Google Maps, and you can actually click on the map, click on the station, the name, and you can see the actual docking points that are empty, which you can dock your bike, or actually available bikes within that station. So you can just click on the station, and you can just click on the button unlock bike, and it will generate your 5-digit code, a combination of 123, and you will just enter the 123 into the desired bike docking lock, and you will be able to release the bike without touching the kiosk even. So it's very easy. And with if you are a Vodafone user, Telsim Vodafone user, the downloading of the app is free. It won't it won't be consumed your internet. Also, using the app, it won't consume also your data plan. So we made a deal with the Vodafone. Yeah, yeah.
That's really awesome. And you have actually drawn to the next question that I had in mind. Like, who are your other partners? I've seen Telsim written on the bicycle as well. So can you tell us about your partnership with Telsim, and do you have also other partners as well?
Sure. The main partner sponsor is Telsim Vodafone, and they've given us a lot of marketing power, SMSs, emails, and outdoor advertising, and some cash also. And they've taught us a lot of ways to promote, but they are not in the idea of making money out of this. They're just doing this for customer loyalty. They will in a 2 to 3 months, when the next students season starts, they will just start a program that they will track your movements track your Velespeed trips, and give you free gifts of data plans when you ride. So if, as an example, if you hit like 10 kilometers, you will just earn another megabyte of internet. So they will ensure a better, healthier community, and it will be also good for them actually.
That is a very good initiative. I did not know. It makes me proud as a Telsim user as well. And I wanted to know who's manufacturing these bicycles, and yeah, who's are you the ones who are manufacturing them, or you have another company that is doing that for you as well?
No, we have researched a lot about this system. There's a lot of systems that are existent in the world that produce these kind of systems, but the best one is a PBSC bike sharing system, public bike sharing company, which is in from Canada. You can see the stickers at the backside of the bikes that says made in Canada, and the same system is actually used in New York and London and Melbourne and Montreal and many other cities in the US. It's basically a North American system and the most professional, where they tested a lot, like more than 10 years for each issue, and it's one of the biggest companies in the world that produces this kind of systems.
Oh, that's really awesome. And before I draw to an end, I wanted to ask about safety. And what are you doing in regards of ensuring that people, when they use these bicycles, they're going to be safe in terms of them knowing the road rules and them also having safety gears? What are the plans towards that as well?
In On the bike, you'll see a sticker that reminds you you have to wear a helmet and you have to obey the traffic laws and everything. And also, the municipality mayor have announced that they will, by the 21% that they get from out of this project, they will all separate the funds to build bicycle roads within the city. So in the next 2 3 years, you will be able to see more and more bicycle roads for the riders' safety. Also, we will publish a brochure, English and Turkish brochure, of how to ride in and the rules of the roads, and we will distribute in all the stations. Also, for safety, you will see that the bike tires has reflector stickers around and a dynamo that connects the front and back side, and it will lit up as you ride automatically. So even when you stop in the traffic lights for 1 minute, it won't go off because it connected to the dynamo. So as an option also, we added a yearly membership with insurance, where we supply you in case of an accident. If you get injured, and if you're insured, we pay, the insurance will pay you all the damages of recovery up to 5,000 Turkish lira. And along with that, we will give you a free helmet, which is like 100 TL worth, just with the insurance, just for 40 Turkish lira, which is nothing.
Okay. So are the helmets available now or they're available after?
It will be available within 15 days. Yeah, yeah. But we will call you, even if you buy now, we will call you and we will get your helmet when they are available. So you can just be a member right now. But we will have all your contact details and get the helmet to you when it is ready.
Oh, that's amazing. I wanted to know what are the plans that you have for us as the public, as Velespeed, and what do we, as the public, expect? Do you have more in store for us, or this is it, or greater projects are going to come out of this, the one that started, the bicycle one?
Well, the first plan is to set this system up and get the messages out there that you can travel for less within Nicosia, first of all. So I think that this system will cover up until 10,000 members. So until we get 10,000 members, we don't have an expansion plan for Nicosia. But in the meantime, we're planning for Famagusta and Middle East Technical School University, and those systems will be up and running within next year. and we will start negotiating within a month with Kyrenia. So within 2 or 3 years, it will be all around the island, and you won't be able to use a taxi. You won't. I mean, you will not choose to use a taxi for 20 liras. Instead, you will use a bike. Yeah.
That's really really amazing. Okay, so as well, I want to ask, what measures have you taken against vandalism, and how sure are you that if these bicycles are there where nobody's watching them, they're going to be safe? And what happens if, let's say, I have bought it and then my minutes are finished? How does that work? Like, yeah.
First of all, you won't be able to get a bike without a security deposit. Either if you buy a membership with a credit card, we hold 300 Turkish lira as soon as you pull up a bike. If you do not get a membership with a credit card and you use your debit card or your cash, we have to withdraw 300 Turkish lira and hold it for a year until the membership ends. So that's our first guarantee. The second guarantee is the docking points. The docking points is actually tested all around the world, including the Brazil, which is the most vigorous vandalism takes place, and even in that place, they won't be able to steal a bike from the station. Actually, if you pull up a bike and you lose it, you just have to call us and tell us how the accident happened, and we will try to cooperate with the police and insurance agencies to get the bike and find the responsibles. In a minor damage, like a flat tire, we have a honesty button where you return the bike. Like, there is a station in every 300 meters, so 300 meters is not much distance, so you can walk to a nearest station, and from your phone you see the location of the station. You walk there, you put the bike, and within 10 seconds you press the red button, which is, I call it a honesty button. And if you're honest and you press the button for a flat tire, the system will not charge you. It will notify us that there is something wrong with the bike. Either the stops won't work, or there is a flat tire, and we won't charge you. But if you look around and nobody has seen you and you don't press the button, the system is smart enough that the next person that takes the bike will realize within a minute that the tire is flat. They will put it back, and if two people does that, the system automatically locks the bike and charges the last user of the bike, which will be you. So the hold is there for seven days, so we will realize even if you report us or not.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
All right. If my minutes are finished and I'm in the middle of the road, how does that work? Does the bike stop, or I can cycle it to the next station, and will I be charged for that as well?
There is extra charges of 2.5 lira for every half an hour extra of usage. So even if you buy a half an hour plan and you didn't complete your trip within a half an hour, you don't have to worry of bike stopping in the middle of the street. You just have to ride around until your trip is finished, and the extra charges of let's say 2.5 TL will be charged to your security deposit. That's all.
Okay, so is there any grace period? Let's say my 30 minutes has finished. Maybe if I'm maybe a minute or 2 minutes late. A minute, wow.
Yeah, we say 30 minutes, but we will charge not on 30:01. We will charge on 31:01. So you still have that extra minute of grace periods.
Thank you very much. So I was with the founder, Mr. Jeren Ahmed Jose. He's the founder of Velespeed, and you heard him. He clearly explained what this project is all about, and I'm quite excited as well to actually try out these bicycles as well. So you're still watching Interactive TV, and